Okay.
Are you going to start with a bang bang?
No.
You don't think you'll start with a bang bang?
I wasn't gonna.
Kiss, kiss, bang,
Call
bang.
the meeting to order.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Wait, we're ready. We were still talking.
Well, hello there, and welcome to this, the inaugural meeting of the Missing Movie Club. We wanted to start the podcast out with a bit of an introduction, which is why we've called this special session of the club. Speaking of introductions, that'd be a really good place to start. Why don't we go around the table and introduce ourselves real quick? I guess I can go first. My name is John.
I'm Jason.
Hi, I'm Pamela.
I'm Chris. So,
Now we'll pause for a second so you folks listening can introduce yourselves too. Ready?
wow, that's such a great name.
I know, right?
It is cool.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about why we're here. This podcast. This whole thing started because the four of us have had way too many conversations that went something like,
Seriously, you've never seen that movie before? You're such a moron.
I don't think I've seen that. It doesn't really fall in my wheelhouse.
Maybe we should get together sometime and watch it.
which sounds great, except those conversations never actually led to us getting together to watch the movies being recommended. That's why we formed the Missing Movie Club. Aww. As a fun project together where we can watch and discuss the movies that some of us mysteriously missed, Jason. None of us are celebrities or comedians or claim to be film experts. We're just regular folks who love movies.
I feel like we do have a good mix of different movie types that we like or don't like, though.
Yeah, like, Jason, you like old disaster movies, right?
I do. I have a thing for gentlemen in distress. No, there is something to be said about a good disaster movie. You know,
Or
like
movies that are disasters.
this is true.
Yeah,
you know.
those are fine.
And Chris, you like horror movies?
Yeah, I enjoy good horror movies, comedies.
Horror comedies.
Horror comedy, they do have
Oh,
horror
they
comedies.
do have horror comedies.
But
Final Girls.
Yeah.
Final Girls is a good horror comedy.
I've never seen that.
Well, I'll put it on the list.
Speaking of which, we've never seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil either.
I have not seen that either.
I've heard that's really good.
No.
That's usually not the kind of thing I watch anyway, because I don't like the scary movies.
I know.
I think sometimes if it's funny enough, I'm okay.
It takes a lot to be a funny, scary movie, though. Like, a lot of scary movies try to be funny, and they just fail.
Well, that's why Evil Dead. Man, those are great.
Yeah.
You've seen the Evil Deads?
Yeah.
The best one, though, I like, and it's kind of sacrilegious, though, is Army of Darkness. I don't know why.
No,
love
I prefer that one, too.
Yeah, I don't
Totally.
I
Over
love
the
that
other
one.
two?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that one.
Actually, I think that's the only one I've seen. I don't
Yeah.
think I've seen the other ones.
Yeah, I mean, the other ones are good. Just, Sam Raimi, the old school,
Yeah.
low budget horror. But, man, I don't know. Army of Darkness is my favorite one.
Pamela, what kind do you like?
What kind of movies?
Yeah. Or horror movies, apparently, because that's what we were just
We're
talking
talking
about.
about horror movies. I don't know. It has to be clever. It can't be too gory. Like Scream's my favorite horror movie.
So good.
I like movies that are creepy, not scary. Like I like to be creeped out, but I don't like to be thinking about this at 2 a.m. Scared of a movie.
I think I just watched, what was it, Changeling from the 70s or the 80s?
80s,
The
early-
80s?
early 80s,
I think
yeah.
you would like The Changeling. It's very atmospheric.
Like atmospheric.
Like spooky, but definitely not gory. But I will say that I was invested in the whole thing.
Huh?
Like I really liked it. I watched it during the day, which is kind of weird, but it
That's
definitely.
the only time John can watch a movie.
Oh well, perfectly. But it did. You've seen it, right, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I think the tension is there.
Yeah. No, it
There's
definitely
definite
gets that,
tension.
yeah.
So.
Okay.
It gets that kind of psychological, too.
Yeah.
It's not like everything's out in the open. They're not just, blatantly showing you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I kind of like. That's why a guy I like is, John Carpenter's The Thing. I like that remake. They did a good job with
Never
that.
seen that.
Never seen it. It's good.
It's
Yeah.
good.
seen
It's
it.
Kurt
good.
Russell.
Yep.
See, I told you we weren't movie experts.
That's okay. I mean, I am
I was going to say.
with movies I like.
Well, we know Pamela doesn't like comedy, like silly comedies.
No, dumb movies.
she's
What
not
did
a
we say?
She doesn't like sophomoric humor.
So like, dude, where's my car and stuff like that.
Those are just dumb.
Basically half of everything Will Ferrell's ever made.
Oh,
Oh,
God, I
come
can't stand
on.
Will
What about
Ferrell.
Elf?
I like Elf. Elf is
Okay.
an exception.
Step Brothers? Come on. Step Brothers.
I've
is
never seen
classic.
Step
Oh
Brothers.
my god, Step Brothers is classic. I love that
Like
movie.
you watched Talladega Nights though.
Yeah.
See,
We
now that
watched
one?
it
No,
in
I
the
didn't like
theater.
that
See, I didn't either. That was in the Will Ferrell like little movie set. Yeah, that's not one of my
But
favorites.
I do like the other actor that's in Step Brothers.
John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I love
like
John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
He doesn't get enough credit.
No, he
No, he
doesn't.
doesn't.
No.
He really doesn't. Like, because he can do both comedy and drama, and
Mm-hmm.
he just doesn't get the credit that he deserves. Like, he was in Laurel and Hardy. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I found that to be just fantastic. Like, it was a really good movie.
I want to watch that.
Yeah, I want to
Um,
watch that.
But his performance was really, it was really well done.
And Duke can sing too. Like I love the
Oh,
thing that I
Dewey
always think of
Cox?
with him.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah, we've seen that.
Walk Hard?
Chicago.
Chicago.
In Chicago. He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's the only reason I listened to that song, because nobody cares about Mr. Sullivan.
Nope, no.
We don't have the
We
rights
don't
for
have the
that.
rights for that.
I can do 20 seconds.
I also like murder mysteries with a more like old school setting of everybody's trapped in a house together trying to figure out who the killer is.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Murder by Death.
yes, Murder by Death, which is
great.
super offensive now, but still
It
a good
is.
movie back in the day.
It's still
Clue.
good, though.
Clue will always be
Clue.
my favorite.
Knives Out was
Um,
good.
Oh, yes. So good.
They're making part 2.
They are.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
Me
Actually,
too.
the Murder on the Orient Express the remake that they did. I mean, the old one's great too.
Yeah.
But the new one they made was good, and they're doing
It's
Murder on the.
Death on the Nile.
Death on the Nile.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't
that
wait till they
chicken out
do,
was
and
wrong.
then there were none, because they really should. That's honestly my all-time favorite Agatha book. Miss Christie, Dame if you're nasty.
One of my favorites is 12 Angry Men. The original, not
Yes.
like the remake.
I just
yeah.
watched that a few weeks ago.
Yeah, the original. Or have you seen Inherit the Wind with Spencer Tracy?
No.
And I can't. The
I
other
think I
actor.
watched that in a film class. in
Yeah,
college.
man, I love that movie too. It's just basically about this the Scopes monkey trial from back in the 20s. They have the science teacher wants to teach evolution, and Spencer
Oh.
Tracy, and so he's basically imprisoned in this small town. And so Spencer Tracy's a big city lawyer that comes in to defend him and his rights. There's so many
sounds
great.
really
Oh, it's
good.
amazing. If you guys haven't seen that, we definitely got to get that one in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because there's so many. And, it's Gene Kelly's in it, and he is my favorite because he's a reporter, and his so many lines that he delivers are just beautiful. Like just how he because he's so cynical and snarky about the whole process, and it's from Bewitched, one of the Darrens.
Oh, Darren.
Yeah, I can't remember which one.
First Darren or second Darren?
I never knew which
think it-
was which, because I didn't really watch.
Okay, let's remember this is
This
a movie podcast.
Did you watch the movie with Will Ferrell?
Oh God, I did.
I did.
It was
Terrible.
awful.
They're
Okay, so-
remaking it again.
That's what I heard. I heard that was getting the remake tree. Everything's getting remade. It's just easier.
Yeah.
Scream 5 is coming out.
Dick York.
Dick
Dick
York.
York.
Yeah, is it?
Okay, the good Darren.
Yeah,
Not Dick Sargent.
He plays
a lot of dicks.
the science teacher. It is.
It's a lot of Yorks.
But yeah, he plays the science teacher that's on trial and stuff. And
So, speaking of Spencer Tracy, let's kind of talk about people's favorite actors, because I know Pamela, she
Catherine.
loves Katharine Hepburn.
I love Katharine Hepburn. It's
Apologize.
like one of my favorite movies is the Philadelphia Story because you have the trifecta of Katharine Hepburn and Jimmy Stewart and Cary Grant.
Yeah.
And you just can't get better than that at that time period. They're just perfect.
Have you seen that?
What movie?
The Philadelphia Story?
Oh my god.
I was sitting here going like, what movie are they talking
which,
about?
by the way,
I'm switching one of my movies
The-
out.
which by the way was also the inspiration for Sleepless in Seattle
I did see that.
with Tom Hanks.
And then there was a later version where they redid the story with Frank Sinatra and Grace Kelly, and it was called High Society.
And it was pretty good.
Was it Bing Crosby?
I don't remember.
I don't either. I have to do this though. Oh, C.K. Dexter Haven, which you won't get because you haven't
Yeah,
seen this amazing
I just saw your
piece of
face while
film
you did
history.
it, and it made me laugh.
So what's your favorite?
I mean, if we're going
Thespian.
old movies, I love anything with Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye.
It's harder to pick a modern actor.
Yeah, it
It
really
is.
Like
is.
I
I'm
love
over here
Kate
thinking-
Blanchett, but
I'm sitting here trying to think. Like I was like, that's a really hard thing because you can love the actor, but sometimes they just pick a bad role that they shouldn't have been cast in, or that you're like, why would you make that choice from an acting perspective? Like, why did you go that way?
I know, but sometimes they have no choice. Like even modern day, they get roped
It's
into
true.
contracts.
It's true, but
And
it's
they-
like,
I mean, I do love Adam Driver. I haven't seen anything with him in it that I didn't like.
Oh, there's some good dramas you haven't seen yet with Adam Driver that I would like to make you watch.
no.
John's not a drama movie person.
No, I don't. I don't like to get all the feels.
Oh, okay. I thought of somebody. Maggie Smith.
Oh, yeah.
I can watch anything with Maggie Smith just because she commands. Doesn't matter what role she's in, she's commanding a presence. So I enjoy Maggie Smith. I can't think of
you
like
watched the Harry Potter movies?
Of course.
Oh, I'm shocked.
You can see the face.
I will say there's not a lot of stuff with Clooney I haven't liked either. He's kind of our generation's Cary Grant in that way. To me, maybe not looks wise. I see that face.
No, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like some people just get overrated because they're out and the world gets saturated with their presence. And people are like, oh, they're the greatest actor. And you're like, but are they though?
Oh, he'll never get that title from Batman and Robin. I mean,
We didn't say great actors. We said favorite.
Oh, I thought we were
That's
looking
a
for
very
talent.
different
I'm
question.
I'm sorry, I misread the question.
If we're
I thought it was talent.
if we're talking talent, we're going to talk about a lot uglier class of people. It's just
oh,
Do you know who I really did enjoy? Who's no longer with us, but Philip Seymour Hoffman did.
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
yeah.
In so many Capote alone.
he's amazing.
Capote
in
alone was
Capote.
amazing.
Yeah,
so.
Twister.
Twister. I just watched
Yeah.
that too the other day because I was bored. I was like, oh look, it's Twisters on HBO.
I don't see that. You want to talk about a pet peeve of mine is when they use a natural disaster as a villain. I hate that because they always make it seem like it has like an intelligence to it.
Yeah.
Like with the tornadoes in that movie. It's like
When that movie first came out, I thought the tornadoes were going to be intelligent. I was a very disappointed 15-year-old. Let me tell you.
Sentient tornadoes.
yeah.
you just couldn't
That's
see
only
the
on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah.
you just couldn't see the
Oh, there's
shark
some-
driving
Yeah,
the
the shark,
tornado
yeah.
because the graphics
The
weren't
shark.
that good yet.
But I hate when they use. I mean, I get it builds tension and stuff, but it's like some of these natural disasters are so easy just to get around. Just move. I mean, it's not a hard thing to do, and that's one of my pet peeves in movies. There you go.
Let's play a quick game. Raise your hand if you've seen Sharknado 1.
Wow.
Sharknado 2. 3. Sharknado 4. Sharknado 5?
Is there? You lost me at 5. I don't think
it's.
I've
It
seen
was
a
like,
5.
is there 6 of them or 5 of them?
I don't know.
For the club members at
lost.
home, John and I have not raised our hand. Jason's and Chris's hands stayed up the whole time.
Yeah, 4 is the last one I saw. I
No,
didn't know
there's
is
it's
there
5
more?
or 6. Yeah, it's
Holy
5,
cow.
and I think there's a 6th one. I can't remember. I couldn't stop one night.
Oh, yeah.
For like 3 days, I watched Sharknado series, and it just I watched it progressively get worse, and I couldn't stop watching it.
Yeah, well, that's like shark movies too, like underwater movies like that. Some of them are just so dumb. Like Jaws, I mean, it's a classic, but it's like again, the shark's not intelligent. The shark's not going to hunt you down in the Caribbean.
Not according to what part 3, where
Well,
the
yeah,
shark
where
hunt
they
them
go-
down.
yeah.
The shark was like, "You killed my family. I'm going to eat your son."
Is that the one where it got robot legs?
what?
What?
What are you talking about? Jaws, never. I mean, I'm
For
sure
the
they're-
record, I have never seen any of the Jaws.
You've never
films.
seen Jaws?
I've
they're
only seen
original.
the first one.
First one's really good. I think that brings up a good question. Do you like movies that feature animals?
Not if they're getting like hurt, like regular animals.
Like I always think about Babe the pig.
Oh, I love Babe. Babe's a great movie.
Like, do you like movies that feature animals? Just, I get annoyed with like the 15,000 Beethovens, the 982
Oh, yeah.
versions of
Snow
Air
Dogs?
Buds,
Airbud, yeah.
yeah, snow dogs.
Snow Buddies.
Snow
Snow
Buddies.
Buddies.
Yeah.
There we are.
The Buddies movies, yeah.
But there are some
Yeah.
people that are just like, oh, you have to go see it because there's an amino.
No.
in it.
No.
Yeah.
I blame it all on Milo and Otis. We used to have to watch that
Oh my
every time
gosh.
school was out or whatever.
Milo
Like we
and
had
Otis.
movie day. I had one teacher in like the 4th grade that was the only movie she would play. So we watched that movie like 6 times that year.
I did like the Incredible Journey.
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox.
Wait, was that the
did a
2
voice
dogs
in
and the
that.
cat?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
I did
yeah.
like that
I
one.
did too. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of it. I was trying to
Sassy.
think of it.
Yeah.
Sassy,
Sassy.
Chance, and
Shadow.
Shadow.
Yeah.
Shadow the cat.
No.
So
Sassy.
sassy. It's a cat.
Now, if it's animated, I'll watch animated
Oh,
movies
yeah.
with animals in them all
Yes.
day long.
Yes.
But yeah, no, like Babe though, that is actually one of my favorites. I don't know why that And when he's just like, "That'll do, pig.
That'll do, big.
Yeah.
Wait, so that okay? What about animated animal movies? What was your
I'll watch
favorite?
those. Oh, what's my favorite?
Yeah, what's y'all's favorite animated animal movie?
Well,
Animated animal.
I mean, does DuckTales the movie count?
Yes.
Okay, then DuckTales
Treasure of the Lost
movie.
Lamp.
Shabeli.
Now, well, that just depends, though. Is it anthropomorphized animals?
I don't care, it's
Or-
animated.
Well, then Zootopia,
Yeah.
because Judy Hopps is hot. She's
Well, this just went a whole new
Sorry.
direction that
It's
nobody wanted
Judy-
it to go
I
into.
have to agree. Yeah.
yeah, Judy Hopps, man. Whew. I mean, I like the actress that does her voice in general.
We have consensus.
You have no. Consensus. There's 4 of us. Only 2 of you are being weird.
Look, we're not a real club, and this is my first day as a president. I get to gavel all I want.
I mean, and Jason Bateman doing a voice, I mean, as a fox, that's just amazing.
That's pretty cool.
You ever seen Bolt? Bolt's pretty good.
I did not see
actually.
That's
Bolt.
good.
Bolt's
I
not
don't
bad.
remember it. We watched it.
We own it.
Bolt's not
We
bad.
own it?
Yeah,
I
we own
liked the Fox and the Hound.
Fox and the Hound.
What?
You don't like the Fox and the Hound?
It's so sad.
I know, but it was good. Yeah, my bad.
That's like just liking the beginning of Bambi. It's just wrong.
I don't know. But the Fox and the Hound, though, has one of the best pickup lines in it ever. When he runs into the other fox and he's like, "Well, can I call you by your first name?" And she's like, "Well, sure." And he's like, "Oh, what is it?" It's like the best pickup line ever. Like just
So subtle.
Yeah, it's so subtle.
So awkward.
Because he just goes up to the other fox and he's just like, it would work in a bar anywhere. You'd just be like, "Hey, start
So
a conversation."
that's why you don't have a man, Jason.
Oh, we don't have to put out all that shit right here on the show.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Wait, do you have?
On.
I was gonna say, does anybody have like a favorite? Like it's a bad movie, but it's like, what are your favorite movies? To
Oh
watch
hell
on?
yeah, Demolition Man, all day.
Okay.
That movie is
Yeah.
so bad, but God, I love it. Wesley Snipes, like the plot is so just bad. The like premise is horrible. Like everything about that movie, like there's so many plot holes in it. Like that you could drive a Mack truck through this movie. But God, I love that movie. I will watch it. I will quote it. I love Demolition Man.
Okay.
There's a lot of movies that I like that if you look at the Rotten Tomatoes rating, it's like 37%. And I'm like, what's wrong with you people? What is wrong? Do you have no soul?
I think the one I can think of that's mine would probably be Joe versus the Volcano. I love that movie, and most people think it's boring.
I
as hell.
have been trying to get through it for 4 weeks. I can only watch 5 minutes a day. I'm not kidding.
I'm not arguing
just-
that with you.
She just got into the cab with her playing the second character or 5th character in the same movie. I was like, "What are you, Pamela?"
It's called Boobaroo.
You said you have so many. Is there anyone that you wanted to mention?
I really, 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 really like Practical Magic.
Oh,
And people-
It's not
Okay.
bad.
Okay.
It's not.
It's got a pretty low
Yeah.
rating.
Well, I think mine is best for all of you. It's the classic movie inspired by the first season of American Idol. It is
Oh,
from
no.
Justin to Kelly.
Oh wow!
And
Okay.
it is a classic.
Mhm.
It is awful in every way, and I can sit there mesmerized for the 90 minutes that it runs. And one year, the one and only Justin Guarini was in town doing a musical performance at the Muni, and my best friend at the time was an intern and took that DVD and made him sign it. And he's like, "What do you want me to put on it?" And I was like, "From Justin to Jason." And Justin wrote it and was like, "I don't get the joke."
Oh.
And I still have that, and that will forever be a treasure.
There you go.
Wow.
That's a good one.
I've never
Wow.
seen that movie.
No.
Oh, you don't want to. I'm not even going to ever put it on one of our lists. Don't worry about it. I was about to start saying it.
Okay, so what's your favorite sequel?
Ghostbusters 2.
Oh, good choice.
I love Ghostbusters 2. I like it better than the original Ghostbusters, which I know makes me a bad person.
No.
It doesn't. I don't. They're equal for me.
Yeah.
They're both on the same. Like I can watch either one interchangeably. But Ghostbusters 2, as everybody knows, has my favorite line of any movie ever. And it's such a throwaway line. They're going through the police station and you hear all the different people talking and the one cop's on the phone and he's like, "What was chasing you in the park?" The park bench was chasing you? And that was the best line ever. And it hands down, just like that will be when I want that on my tombstone when I die.
We've all made a mental note.
Yes, and when I die, that is what needs to be on my tombstone.
What was chasing you in the graveyard?
Yeah.
This tombstone in the graveyard?
Yeah. But yeah, and it's such a throw, but it's the best line. I mean, there's so many good lines in the first one and in the second one, but man, that line, and it's so throwaway. It's
I,
good, though.
I do laugh every time I hear it.
Yeah.
I laugh when I hear the Upper West Side.
Oh yeah. It's like, Johnny, where are you from anyway?
The Upper West Side?
We heard there was a major creep in the area. You were the top of our list.
Oh, God.
Oh, Vigo, he's just Carpathian kitten loss. Let's just put a kitten right there.
All right,
for
Jason. favorite sequel.
Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade.
That's a good one.
Because
I
when
agree
Sala
with
finds
that.
out, and we all did it at the same time, the dog's name was Indiana.
All right, John.
Back to the Future 2.
Yes.
Not so much the actual future part, but I love toward the end where they're like mixing the two movies where because it's clever and I love time travel crap.
That's
anyway.
the only movie I wish they would have gone back and digitally edited the first one and added some of those little scenes in, like when he's running from backstage and you see the guys with the things on there. I really, and I don't like when they mess with their movies like that too much, but I would love to see him go back in and just add a few of those little Easter eggs from part 2 into part 1.
Yeah, like where you could choose that on the menu and watch that version. That would be cool.
I would definitely support that.
All right. So
Look at that.
I think that'll give everybody kind of an idea of what we're going to talk about.
Apparently, me being single is also a topic. So.
When is it not?
We just usually don't do it to your face. That's the
Rude. All right. Let's move on. So anyway, we won't go into how everything works today, but we do need to pick the first movie and our slate of officers for the first regular meeting. If you're listening and you want to know more about club procedures and how everything works, written way too much on the website, so definitely check that out. It's missingmovieclub.com, all at one word. Missingmove.com. Missing Movie Club. Okay, so we spun the wheel
Looks like we're watching The Crow.
because Jason has never seen it.
Oh, boo.
Boo.
So who picked the Crow then?
John did.
Yeah. That means for our first full-length monthly episode,
Super
I will be the
excited.
club president and in charge of leading the discussion. So to keep things simple, I'm just going to appoint the other officer positions for this episode. I've actually got a really fun way to do it in our next episode. So let's go alphabetically by your first names. So Chris, you'll be vice president. Jason will be our treasurer. And that leaves Pamela as the secretary.
I've quit better jobs than this.
Thanks, Janine. You're doing a great job.
Sorry about the Bug Eyes comments.
Look, type something. We're paying for this stuff, okay?
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Just a little aside, I love one thing in that movie, the way she says French bread pizza. Because she doesn't say French, she says like Finch.
Yeah.
French bread
And
pizza.
he passed right out.
That's right.
He passed right out.
So, like, wait, is she the killer?
And so we've all got our roles. And so as for you out there playing this podcast, I hope you're out there, you have a role too. Just by listening to this, you're officially participating in a meeting, which means you've already become an honorary member of the club.
Woo. And we hope you'll join us for our first regular episode releasing October 7th.
And for every episode after that, which will come out on the first Thursday of each month.
And the easiest way to make sure that you never miss an episode is, of course, to go ahead and subscribe on whatever podcast app you're listening to. Set reminders for yourself.
Hit that,
Do everything.
hit that like button.
Do it.
Just hit it. Subscribe.
And remember, you can always find more info on our website, missingmovieclub.com. I think we've pretty much covered everything, which means it's probably time we wrap up this special session. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Anybody?
I motion.
I second that motion.
Second that? No, we don't have money for that.
We don't got that. We don't got that. It's going to cost money. I'm the treasurer.
right.
We ain't got that.
The motion passes. Which means I hereby declare this meeting adjourned. Let's go get some waffles.
I'm getting mine with syrup.
I think they have Why don't we go around the table and introduce ourselves? I guess I can go first. My name is John.
Oh, wait. Is that how we're doing it? It's not in the script. We're starting over. I was confused.
I guess we'll go clockwise.
Are we going this
In the
way?
original version of the script, I had counterclockwise, and I thought, no, they're going to think I'm just being too anal. So I
No.
took it out.
Now look, and you needed it in there. It's all John's fault.
I was like, I don't want to be that guy that'd be like, no, say
You're
this
already
exactly.
that guy.
This is fine. Just leave this in for the whole show. You don't even have to edit it out.
All right, we're gonna just start this all over.
Sure.